Hello, my name's Janet Clare and I'm a textile designer. I've always been fascinated by textiles, and all of my maternal side of the family were obsessed with textiles as well. Everyone was crocheting, knitting, embroidering. If you needed a fancy dress costume, people were making it. So I was just surrounded by it. So I brought up completely immersed in textiles. So it's just an endless fascination for me. I do design fabric mainly for patchwork and quilting, and that is born out of my passion for drawing and for the craft of quilting. I've been an avid collector of patchwork fabric for donkey's years, and my mum's a quilter, so I had a lot of access to patchwork fabric. It all starts with drawing and playing, and then I hand the designs over and I work with a company called Moda, and then we develop the fabrics together. So in my work, I love to combine the spirit of my free drawings and my free motion stitching on the sewing machine. That's one of my favourite techniques to do. Could do that all day long. But in terms of then putting that fabric, those designs out into the world, it needs to be accessible for the most amount of people, because I want everyone to share my passion for quilting. And so the quilts that I then design are usually quite specific, so that you can buy the materials that you need and the pattern and follow them and get the identical result if that's what you like. So that's where that combination of the freeness and then the technicality comes in. Having the right tools for any line of work, my work in particular, I think it's the difference between enjoying what you're doing and not enjoying what you're doing. And if I've got the right tools, I feel like they are helping me along and they're supporting me. So if you get a really high quality pair of scissors or a sewing machine and you've got a thread that you know is beautiful, it's all sort of just lifting you up and sort of pushing you down the right direction. It's causing you less bumps in the road. At the moment, I am using Janome sewing machines, and they are beautiful to work with. I have two. So I have my big studio machine, which is a CM8, and I call her Queenie. And Queenie is very special because there is nothing she can't do. She doesn't make me a cup of tea, but there's everything. She can do everything. And she is here in her perfect spot in my studio. And then I have a little sister called Heather. Now she is a 5270 and she comes out and about on adventures with me. So as well as sewing with my Janome machines and designing for Moda fabrics, I also have a great passion for teaching. And I was actually a teacher for a very short period of time, and I love simplifying the process and getting people to be comfortable with often very technical information, because actually it's only sewing. So I have a great love of sharing this beautiful studio with people. You can come here for classes, and I also do a lot of traveling. I've taught in America, I've taught in Australia, I've taught in France, Prague. I just love to share this passion with sewing, and Janome are really helping me do that, because I'm beautifully set up in my studio and I can share that amazing machine when people are here. But I've also got my little Heather 5270 that I can take out and about with me, and I feel really well supported and able to relax when I'm out and about. So teaching is a great passion of mine. I have a great love for thrifting and for hunting out treasures, and I buy lots of textiles, but I also like to rescue photographs of people that I feel drawn to. I found this really beautiful little photo of two little sisters. In 1944 this was taken. One's called Queenie, the older girl, and one's called Heather, and I've put them on the wall in my studio. And then Janome very kindly gifted me the use of two beautiful machines, and they came as a pair, so I got the idea that they were sisters. And the CM8, she's very, very impressive machine, and to just make myself more comfortable, I wanted to give her a name. So these little girls came to mind. So I've got Queenie, she's older, she's more sophisticated, she leads the way, and I've got little Heather who comes on my adventures with me. So this is Queenie and Heather.